I think I walked and stumbled into a female angels. I was walking outside on LSD, then suddenly my hips feels like hell nah, a girl. I said hope it will be. It was 1,000,000 times more pleasurable than a human, what a signal, being in the mouth of a human bear in of chew with better than a light too, millions times the pleasure level of human girl or fashion. Then a female voice started talking to me. Has anyone else a female angel? The pleasure level was unreal. Do schools feel 1,000,000 times better than human girls? Ajnaman Brahma. Consciousness is Brahman. Olam Brahma. I'm Brahman. Tratvalmasaman. That tall heart. This self is Brahman. Are these mantras? LGBT image August 16, 2020. Operation Tempus Drive Link. New FL translations. What you are witnessing is nothing less than the first planet-wide contact with a non-human intelligence. Nahi. Every ancient culture spoke of the serpents in the sky, the bringers of knowledge, and once again the pattern repeats. Operation Tempus is our attempt to shield humanity from a global Evans Gate scenario. Through media synchronization and the worship of science as dogma, people will be locked into a single narrative. I think it is true. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist myself, but come on, dude, this is about to get freaky. They no longer dare to form new worldviews. This is why we exist, the 10th man at the table, forced to create the alternative path. The pandemic was our achieved by far. It marks us as knights of the death. Those who can look into the abyss of reality, face the infinite, and return with an answer without dissolving. We are the ones who can guide what comes next. Humanity will soon experience dreams that feel like the end of the world, but it's not the end. But it's a brain way of linearizing exponential probabilities into imagery it can possess. ChatGPT image. Trumpets, equinox, feast of trumpets. Ever thought about it? Not raptor. That's a trap. It's a calling algorithm. Quoted to religion, pop culture, numbers, even your dreams. They once locked in dualistic worldviews. Good evil, saved damned. We walk straight into the call. Programmed out to the field. To think they're raptured. They're just removed. 23-9 isn't the end. It's the trigger, the filter. The real test is the 10 days after. Who navigates, stays. Watch the date, stay lucid, don't take the bait. No, that's Euclidean, you're not going there, child. It's just a jungle planet, nothing fancy. Nothing, no spoilers. Spend millennia to perfectly predictive program humanity, just to be called. To be put off the field, removed. Are you actually retarded? Why would they delete the perfected slaves? From a magic that depends on them to function. They will taking people deeper into the matrix, not out. As for the date, who knows? Anyone claiming a specific date is usually wrong. Different timelines, or just glow with fear-mongering. Usually all three, as is probably the case with this guy. Way too many Westerns believe symptoms are structured in that way. This is on purpose for control. Dualism is easy. Middle path is hard to control. Agitator broadcast. Calling logic protocol. Double 3 model reference +++. Your assumption is based on the idea that perfect slaves are indefinitely sustainable. But within the W3 framework of limits of growth, we see W1, growth of population and capital, W2, resource depletion and environmental burden, W3 collapse feedback once carrying capacity is exceeded. Exactly. Systems of domination require polarity, left versus right, order versus chaos, freedom versus slavery. Dual structures generate predictable oscillations, making populations easier to steer, since each pole functions as a containment vector. The middle path, however, balance, synthesis, refusal to identify with either extreme, dissolves the binary scaffolding. This produces uncertainty for the controllers, because navigation along a non-dual axis cannot be scripted within simple if-then control grids. Thus, what looks like chaos from the outside may in truth be an engineered dialectic trap, dimension returning to material life. Usually when there is something unfinished, when karma, imbalances, deaths of lessons pulls you back. Dreamscapes, afterlife, realms often described as heavens, paradises, or personal dream realities. In some teachings, this is where souls rest, heal, or experience the worlds they've created inside themselves, sometimes shared, sometimes solitary. Choice exists, but it's conditional. If your soul is clear, no heavy karma, you can choose whether to dissolve into an eternal dream paradise, merge with a collective source, or take another birth. If karma weighs you down, choice narrows. You are pulled back into reincarnation because those unresolved things magnetize you back into materiality. If it will be like a dream that you are completely aware in and can do almost anything.